Ok, ciao a tutti, bentornati sul canale. Spero che si senta tutto. Devo ancora mettere. Porca troia, devo ancora mettere la chat. Qui sono un pochino in ritardo stamani. Allora, riprendiamo la missione principale che abbiamo mollato l'altra volta perché era veramente lunghissima. E nulla, stamani penso che faremo questa e poi un paio di secondarie. Più che altro devo staccare per le 11 che ho avuto un contrattempo, quindi ok, l'audio va. Condivido su Telegram la live e parto. Uff. Allora, dobbiamo trovare Minerva, comunque dobbiamo scappare perché è successo il bordello e siamo rimasti chiusi dentro. Quindi noi ora ci accingiamo a fuggire. Fissa notifica. Bene, ok, allora possiamo partire. Oh!
Okay, I need to find where Minerva's hiding. I should look for a way to access the facility systems.
Qua cosa ci sarà?
Locked.
Peccato. Vabbè, quella è bloccata, ma questa la posso aprire. Cazzo vuol dire?
Alert! Restricted access. You are not wanted here.
Nope, sorry. You're not getting rid of me that easily, Minerva. Let's see where this leads. What are all those cables in the center for? Minerva's shutting me out. Dead end.
Se si potesse aprire.
I can feel a draft above. Might be a way out of this shaft.
Di qui dove si va? Oh, una scheggia.
Looks like another part of the facility. Door's locked.
Forse ci dovremmo tornare dopo qui.
Don't think I'm getting through that door right now.
Sì.
I should turn back, see what else I can find. And I'm outside. I need to find a way back into the facility. Maybe I could look for a way in higher up the mountain. I'm close. If I can get Minerva to cooperate, I can merge it with Gaia. Finally bring her back. And we can start fixing the blight, the storms, and maybe she can help me figure out who those strangers in the proving lab were. Why did they have a clone of Elizabeth? Why did they want to back up? I might be able to glide to that ledge.
Ma perché continua ad avere i tutorial, Cristo? Ciao Andrea, a me mi manca ancora un bel po' a finirlo, direi. No, d'altronde gioco tutte le volte che posso. Di qua e no,
Some of those rocks look loose. I think I can clear them. Ah, another shaft.
È tutto pieno di condotti.
Okay, now I've got to find a way to plug into this place.
Che difficoltà hai giocato, Andrea? Ah, difficile, molto difficile, normale.
Looks like some kind of dome. Wonder what it's for.
Ok, non c'è assolutamente niente qui sotto. Bravo, pure io sto difficile. Cavati.
Alert. System core penetrated.
E poi comunque è difficile, è già un bel tasso di sfida. Io mi aspettavo fosse relativamente più facile, ok?
Minerva, I need the console. Please.
Access denied.
It didn't used to be like this. Do you remember it? Anything? You were part of something bigger once. Something good. Gaia. That's right. She can live again. But only if you give her the chance. I can't reboot her without you.
Light. Cease.
I think you'll disappear into her. Become part of her. Like you used to be.
The cease.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Minerva. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Minerva function to original code. Do you wish to initiate heuristic matrix?
Here goes.
Greetings, Dr. Sobek. I'm Wood. Scanning data. So it is Aloy, not Elizabeth. We have much to discuss, but initialization of my heuristic matrix will not be complete for several minutes more. In the meantime, I suggest you familiarize yourself with this facility. It is our best option for a base of operations, and you can make use of its equipment to improve your ability to override machines.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
Shall I grant access to your companions? They will be here shortly.
Okay, but don't overwhelm them, okay? They don't have a lot of experience with things like, well, you.
So no fake this time?
No. This time she's real. Varl, Zoe. This is Gaia.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Gaia's still, waking up. Let's look around.
I will highlight the location of the lab on your focus. I have established a network between your focuses, allowing you to communicate when apart.
Good. So what was this place?
A regional control center, where Zero Dawn progeny would have overseen terraforming operations in the area. I suggest you explore this facility, Aloy, until my initialization is complete.
What's all this?
This was intended as the main gathering space for control center operatives.
You could fit a good number of people in here.
Or maybe just a few. To start with, you two go ahead. I'm going to poke around a bit.
Looks like an office.
Correct. The facility was designed with a number of private offices.
I guess it's nice to have a space to call your own.
This would have been an access point for advanced training modules on terraforming operations. Unfortunately, those modules were deleted when the Apollo database was destroyed.
That's too bad.
I cessi.
What's this space for?
This would have been the sleeping quarters for control center operatives.
Reminds me of the bedhouse aspirants had to sleep in the night before the proving.
Noi teniamo sempre i sassi equipaggiati.
So this place was here all this time. Built for people who would never show up.
Why didn't they?
Remember that guy I told you about? Ted Farrow? He sabotaged things. It wasn't supposed to be this way. Looks like another office.
If no one's ever been here, who built all this?
Gaia did. With the help of machines.
Qui cosa c'era?
Hey, Gaia? Why doesn't this door have power?
At my current operating level, I am only able to restore functionality to part of this
Immagino, Andrea, sto a una decina di ore di gioco, quindi
that may change.
Got it.
ancora mi giro tutta la
I've been down
struttura.
here before. It's where I first got into the facility.
What's all this stuff for?
This facility was designed to process an immense amount of data from the terraforming system. This is where it would have been stored.
Looks like some kind of storage room.
Le ci ho girate tutte, sì. Credo.
So this was supposed to be a lab.
That was its
Correct.
intended purpose. Some of the machine data you recovered from the repair bay below us appears to be corrupted. Accessing the terminal in this room will show you how to repair and complete the override.
I'll take a look.
Oh, che cazzo? Ah, devi crearle ste robe qui. Gans.
Huh. Looks like I need data from machine parts to fix the corrupted override.
My initialization is complete. You may continue to explore the facility, Aloy.
Questo praticamente ci fa da base.
Control room. We have much to discuss. Aloy, you have now visited all accessible rooms of the facility. Hello, Aloy.
Hi. So you're ready?
Yes. Initialization is complete. All tests show that my heuristic matrix launched correctly and is stable. You must have many questions.
Yeah. But two big ones first. We're not gonna be able to fix the biosphere without making you whole. I ran a search for your subfunctions at the Hades Proving Lab, but Minerva was the only one I found.
Thankfully, the sensory capabilities of this facility are far more advanced. I will search for the others now. Transmitting query pattern. Receiving. Of Apollo, Artemis, and Eleuthia, I can find no trace. They are simply gone.
What about the others?
Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon are revealed. They lie within reach. Procurable.
And Hephaestus?
It too stands revealed, but it is not like the others.
That's for sure.
In the years since the extinction signal, Hephaestus has evolved. Moreover, it is not confined to a single location. It haunts the global network that connects cauldrons to each other across the planet, making it exceptionally difficult to subdue.
Let me guess. We need it bad?
Correct. Its capabilities are essential. Without it, I can only delay the extinction of life on Earth. Hephaestus is our only hope of a permanent solution.
So we start there?
Unfortunately, we cannot. Procuring Hephaestus can only be attempted after my own capabilities have been significantly enhanced.
Grab the other subordinate functions first, then Hephaestus.
Precisely so.
So, Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon. How do I capture them?
To recover a subordinate function, you will have to travel to its location and find the physical processor to which it escaped. Then, exactly as you did with Minerva, you must use the master override to revert the subordinate function to its original code state.
And then how do I get it back here?
The subordinate function must be loaded onto a data storage device and physically carried back to this facility.
The cartridge your root kernel was stored on?
Yes. Its capacity is limited, so it can only carry one subordinate function at a time. But in all other respects, it will suffice.
Pensare che, cioè, noi nel 2020 avevamo le pennine piccole così, questi vanno in giro con i tubi di vetro. Siete matti?
Maybe you can help me make sense of something. A while ago, I had a run-in with a group of strangers who tried to kill me. They had machine servitors and a clone of Elizabeth Sobek with them.
Yes, this was recorded by your focus.
Do you know who they are?
The answer to that question is related to the extinction signal that woke Hades, prompting my predecessor's self-destruction.
The extinction signal? Okay, that sounds ominous.
The signal did not come from Earth, Aloy. The calculations are complicated, but it appears to have originated 81 trillion kilometers away. A distance so vast that light itself requires 8.611 years to cross it.
Stai a vedere che avevo ragione.
Okay, so... what's so far away, and why does it want us dead?
The Sirius star system.
Sirius? But that's where Far Zenith, their ship...
The Odyssey.
Yes, that's where it was headed. But it blew up. Unless... I don't... Why make it seem like they failed? They didn't want anyone to know. They didn't want future humans to think that they were out there. Wait. The strangers who tried to kill me at the Hades Proving Lab? The ones with the clone? Are you saying that they're from... that they're descendants of... Far Zenith?
Yes, that is my conclusion.
Allora, l'altra volta quando ho visto i tizi, subito dopo finita la scenetta, ho ipotizzato qualche cosa. E la prima cosa che ho detto, che tra l'altro le varianti erano due, ma la prima cosa che ho detto è probabilmente quelli di Far Zenith e quello di sé hanno fatto finta o ne hanno lanciate due, una è caduta e una no, e si sono portati via del materiale genetico. E io ho pensato, quindi questa cosa ancora mi manca, non mi dire nulla, che loro siano tornati qua perché il loro pianeta sta morendo e vogliono terraformarlo come stiamo facendo noi qui con la Terra, e gli serve Gaia, che non hanno perché non gli abbiamo dato il backup. Io ho ipotizzato una roba del genere. Già il fatto che mi dicono sì, sono quelli di Far Zenith, sì, se ne sono andati, sono
The three
contento.
subordinate functions that you detected. What do we know about them?
All three are relevant to problems currently plaguing the biosphere. Ether is responsible for detoxifying the atmosphere and moderating the weather. Poseidon controls the organic and chemical composition of water resources. Demeter sows, fertilizes, and tends to plant life. If all three were restored to me, they would constitute a massive increase to my heuristic processing density. But beware. Their responses to my query pattern were irregular. In human terms, they are frightened, lost, and paranoid.
Like Minerva. They need to be whole again.
Exactly.
The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Faro.
Pharaoh, huh? I really hate that guy.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic, impulsive, and unstable.
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
If attainable, yes. Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density. Unfortunately, I have no way to track them. They have disappeared without a trace.
Lo gioco in inglese, Andrea, perché non apprezzo i doppiaggi. Non che mi facciano schifo, che anche perché il doppiaggio di questo è bello, la mia ragazza se lo sta giocando in italiano, però gioco tutto in lingua originale, tutto. Pure i film, quelle robe lì che guardo, li guardo in inglese, a meno che non sia roba al cinema. Generalmente mi guardo la roba in lingua originale perché voglio vedere e sentire come è stata concepita realmente l'opera e qual è la performance originale. E poi comunque la lingua inglese mi piace, non leggo neanche i sottotitoli, cioè, quindi buono.
You said you need
Non è un
Hephaestus to
problema per
save
me.
life from extinction. Why?
Every subordinate function has value, but Hephaestus is by far the most important. Only by recovering and merging it can I regain my ability to design and mass-produce new machines at cauldrons across the planet. Only through it can I program new machines and alter the tasking of existing machines to completely reverse environmental damage. Recovering other subordinate functions may buy us time, but without Hephaestus, I cannot permanently stave off mass extinction.
Given Hephaestus's importance, is there really no way to capture and merge it first?
I'm afraid that is quite impossible. In my present state, launched and merged with Minerva, I am operating at less than 1/5, 18.8%, of my intended processing capacity. Hephaestus dwarfs this figure. Were an attempt made to conduct the merge under these circumstances, Hephaestus would absorb me, rather than the other way around. A merge cannot be attempted until my heuristic processing density exceeds its own.
And how many subordinate functions is that going to take?
All 3 of them.
Merging Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon will expand my heuristic network to 41.6% capacity, exceeding that of Hephaestus.
You said Hephaestus isn't located in just one place.
Correct. Unlike the other subordinate functions, which are confined to discrete physical processors, Hephaestus is distributed throughout the global network that connects the planet's cauldrons.
So, when the time comes to subdue it, how do we make that happen?
I do not know. While you are retrieving the procurable subordinate functions, I will attempt to find a solution.
So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines, or even control them directly.
So could you build an army of machines? Attack the descendants of Far Zenith and take them out?
It is in my nature to take any and all necessary steps to preserve life on Earth, human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered with the capacities of Hephaestus, I could design, build, and command such an army. Given the nature of the Far Zenith threat, doing so may be our only option. I must admit, however, that I have misgivings about using such technology to kill, no matter how aggressive the enemy.
That's good. It means you have a conscience. As Elizabeth intended.
Indeed.
Minchia, quante
The
domande.
sole purpose of the signal was to destroy life on Earth, right? Why would descendants of Far Zenith want to do that?
At this point, we can only speculate.
I mean, Earth posed no threat to them. We don't have the technology to get in their way. We didn't even know about them.
True.
Unless... well... could it be that they want the planet for themselves? The strangers I ran into, they were after a Gaia backup of their own. I I mean, if they did that, if they booted their own Gaia and boosted her power, until she could take control of Hephaestus, and then the whole terraforming system.
Then yes, the system could be used to do what the extinction signal failed to accomplish. Snuff out life, and then potentially to build an entirely new biosphere, to their specifications.
So they could be trying to do the same thing we are.
But with opposite results.
Extinction, instead of salvation. Well, this is not good. You said Sirius is really far from Earth.
81 trillion kilometers, or 8.611 light years.
Right. So, how would the descendants have gotten here?
On a spacecraft much like the Odyssey, though significantly more advanced. The journey from Earth to Sirius would have taken the Odyssey almost 300 years. This appears to have been much faster. If their ship departed Sirius at the same moment the extinction signal first began transmitting, the journey was made in just 29 years at an average of 0.297 the speed of light. If they did not set out for Earth until they learned of the extinction signal's failure, the journey was even faster, a mere 13 years, or 0.662 the speed of light.
Okay, enough. You're making my head spin. The descendants I ran into at the Hades Proving Lab, they had a clone of Elizabeth Sobek. So that's consistent with the idea that they came here to salvage Zero Dawn technologies, right?
Yes. As your own experience demonstrates, a clone of Elizabeth Sobek functions in effect as a key to the terraforming system.
But how could they have made a clone?
The Odyssey carried approximately 200,000 human zygotes, millions of animal zygotes, and billions of plant seeds. It is conceivable that Elizabeth Sobek's genetic material was sampled, with or without her knowledge, and carried aboard the ship in storage.
That's... okay, but... I mean... This clone... How could she participate in this? Destroying Elizabeth's dream? It's evil.
It is difficult to know. Perhaps she is loyal to the group and shares their objectives. Or perhaps she is a subordinate and has no choice but to comply with their orders.
Elizabeth Sobek? A subordinate? I don't think so. The extinction signal didn't just wake Hades. It made every subordinate function self-aware. Why?
I have wondered this myself. So far as I can tell, Hades was the sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
So the signal could only have been sent by someone who had thorough knowledge of the system, huh?
Yes. The signal's design was exceptionally precise and highly advanced. Were its intentions less malevolent, I would admire the intellect or intellects that produced it.
So if the descendants came to Earth on a spaceship, I guess we can assume that their technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Beh, cazzo, non hai visto?
As your encounter with them at the Proving Lab amply demonstrates, they appear to make extensive use of robotic servitors. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
Yeah, no kidding. The one I fought seemed indestructible.
Throughout history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart. For example, assuming I absorbed Hephaestus and utilized it to create a large force of combat machines. No shielding could withstand such an assault indefinitely.
So there's hope.
Always.
How did you figure out that the extinction signal came from Sirius?
The key came with data on your focus, from Silent's interrogation of Hades. The duration of the signal itself, 17.22 years.
That doesn't make sense. You said that the signal took 8.6 years to arrive from Sirius. Why would the signal keep transmitting after it was received and you blew yourself up?
Because the sender didn't know that had happened until it received notice from Hades.
Which would take another 8.6 years to get back.
Correct. Only then would the sender stop broadcasting, after a total of 17.22 years. So the duration, halved, gave me the distance the signal traveled. With that in mind, I simply scanned my astronomical database for any relevant location 8.6 light-years away. Because it was far Zenith's intended destination, Sirius was the only logical source.
What is the state of the biosphere? Is the terraforming system functioning at all?
In a sense, the terraforming system never stopped functioning. The difference, since my predecessor's destruction, is that there has been no central governing intelligence to monitor its robotic agents and assign new tasks. As a result, errors have accrued, and day by day, the biosphere has gradually veered ever more sharply towards destruction. In recent months, disturbances in the biosphere have become obvious. But these bellwether phenomena offer just the merest glimpse of the complex and accelerating cycles of environmental dysfunction, now driving Earth's biosphere towards collapse.
And you can't do anything to stop it?
If you can return Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter to me, I can improvise modest corrections to parts of the system. Weather will improve, water will be purified, and rampant plant growth curtailed. But such corrections will not stave off collapse. They will only buy us time. Only with Hephaestus can I design and produce new robotic agents designed to permanently reverse the damage that has accumulated. All efforts must be directed toward that end.
How long do we have then?
At present rates, without additional factors, the biosphere will cross a point of no return in approximately 4 months.
And if I gather Ether, Demeter, Poseidon, merge you with them?
We will only gain a few months more.
Well, every bit counts. I guess I should get going and start bringing back subordinate functions. What can you tell me about their locations?
When my predecessor destroyed herself, the subordinate functions sought physical processors capable of holding them. So in each case you will be looking for a powerful computer of some kind. Ether is the closest, and therefore might be the easiest to acquire. However, it appears to be in the middle of Tanat territory. My knowledge of that tribe is limited to data I read on your focus, but they seem to have a significant inclination towards violence.
Well, that's a nice way to put it. What about Poseidon and Demeter?
Poseidon has taken shelter in the desert south of this location. My substratal geography data indicates that a major old-world settlement called Las Vegas was located there.
A ruin in the middle of the desert, huh? Strange place for an AI devoted to water.
Agreed. As for Demeter, it appears to be located on the coast to the far west. Unfortunately, I am unable to provide any relevant data about the region. As such, it may be the most difficult to retrieve.
Okay, so 3 subordinate functions to go after. Ether, somewhere in Tanakh territory. Poseidon in the desert, and Demeter on the coast.
Where will you begin?
Cazzo, dove vuoi che inizi?
I think I'll head for Ether.
Then I will assign Ether as the objective on your focus. If you obtain it, I may be able to use it to quell the most severe storms in the region.
Ma io volevo vederle le tempeste
And
almeno.
the control over machines that it offers to permanently stabilize the biosphere.
Vedremo
Should you change your
qualcosa,
mind,
secondo
you
me.
can update your objective via your focus interface at any time. I will also transmit A summary of available data on all of the subordinate functions to you for reference. Is there anything else I can help you with? I know you have a great deal to accomplish.
Fammi andare via, ti prego. Sono dialoghi molto interessanti, ma adesso
I
basta.
do, don't I?
Is something wrong?
I don't know. It's just that Elizabeth set the bar pretty high. She had a dream for you, for life on Earth, and a lot has gone wrong, and it's all on my shoulders to fix it. Do you think I can do it all? Repair the system, defeat Varzenith, live up to her example?
Absolutely. In her last message, my predecessor declared her unwavering conviction in your success. In you, all things are possible. You prevailed in purging Hades and rebooting my system core. You will prevail in this.
Thank you, Gaia. Well, I guess I should get going.
I have unlocked the facility's exits. One leads onward to the west. The other leads back down the mountain to Plainsong, should you wish to return east.
Varl?
Whoa! Gonna have to get used to that. That's you, Aloy?
Yeah. Gaia's opened the exits to this place. Can you and Zoe meet me by the west door?
Be right there.
Voglio vedere, ma che cazzo. Cioè, qui mi è venuta l'icona del trofeo e giustamente in live l'ha censurata, c'è una barra nera atomica enorme. Che cazzata, mamma mia, come sono gestite male ste cose. Bello, 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 sono contento.
Varl and Zoe are waiting for me by the west exit. But I could head back east first. Check on how Plainsong's doing after the attack.
Yes. I think it'll be better this way.
Non è che hai tutti i torti, eh. Vabbè, sentite, prima andiamo di qua, poi torniamo indietro. Tanto qui usciamo, mica...
I'll leave you to it. After you, Aloy.
Che bello.
I need to head further west. To, get more of Gaia's components. Make her stronger. You two can stay here in the meantime. And Gaia can help get you up to speed. I'm not trying to shut you out. This, it's like... training.
Actually, I'm gonna go back east to get Erend. Bring him here. Look, allies, friends can help. We have a place to stay now. And like you said, Gaia can teach us, catch us up. It'll be okay.
Okay. Take these then.
One to wear, one for backup.
Are you going with him?
No. After what happened in the cave below, I want to stay here a while. There is much I need to understand. Maybe by the time you get back, I'll have a thing or two I can teach you.
Looking forward to it. When will you be back?
I'm not sure. But hopefully I'll have one of Gaia's missing components with me.
Be careful out there. Even in Plainsong, we heard how the Tenakth clanlands are suffering from storms, machines, and now Regala.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
Good hunting, Aloy.
The Tenakth clanlands.
Comincio con Etere. Non so come andrebbe pronunciato in italiano. Comunque allora, ora mi tocca fare la solita trafila dell'altra volta e mettere la webcam in basso. Oh, che cazzo. Devo mettere la webcam in basso per vedere i punti abilità e il livello, perché altrimenti non li vedo. Ok, allora, ho 7 punti abilità e sono al 16. Nice. Come puoi vedere, io le trappole non le uso, cioè davvero le trovo completamente inutili per quello che è il mio stile di gioco. Vediamo un po', per adesso non ho neanche moltissimi override, quindi direi che ci concentriamo su questi. Questo cosa fa? Recuperi vigore arma più in fretta. Colpi potenziati. Cazzo. Assolutamente. Noi lo vogliamo proprio. Livello 2. E lo vorrei anche equipaggiare, dopo lo equipaggiamo. Non mi sono servita granché, anche io non ho potenziato niente di troppo. Ma è uno stile di gioco che proprio non mi piace. Parere puramente personale, non si sposa molto bene con la bellezza del gioco, ok? Cioè con tutto quello che puoi fare. And co. Attacco potente rilascia per sferrarlo. La tua lancia si carica di energia più in fretta. Direi che sarebbe molto comodo. Vediamo un po' quelle curative, che cosa ci abbiamo. Le bacche di cielo, un maggiore effetto curativo. Non mi dispiace. Ok, e ora mi devo rispostare perché giustamente la web qui fa cagare. Bah. Là. Ed eccomi qui.
And who knows what else.
Quindi ora dobbiamo andare a Los Angeles, praticamente. Comunque seguo così, vedi, faccio Etere, Poseidone, Demetra, cioè seguo il livello che ti chiede la missione, così sto tranquillo.
I wonder how much snow is gonna pile up.
Quindi siamo qua, io direi di arrivare al collo lungo e successivamente, anzi sai che cosa facciamo prima? Prima ce ne andiamo là giù al falò. Ok, Poseidone da Segas, che qui dice il mare di sabbia. Olè. Muori. Qui siamo proprio nel cuore dei Tanakh. Come non adesso.
Well, they definitely don't sound.
Arco da guerra ghiacciato. Che succede? Beh, non è male, eh. Però vabbè, direi per ora ci teniamo questo. Intanto vendiamo. Là, un po' di soldini ce li siamo fatti.
Maybe if I follow their tracks, I can find out where they're headed. I can probably use my focus to follow the tracks those riders left behind.
Va bene, non mi ci fai parlare? Allora, torniamo indietro per fare qualcosina di secondario, perché mi sa c'ho più un'oretta, non vorrei infilarmi in una missione storia gigantesca, quindi io tornerei a canto puro. Vediamo come stanno post battaglia e parliamo con un po' di gente. Cristo! Ne hanno prese di pizze questi, eh. Oh. Ho imparato batosta meccanica, che roba è? Banco da lavoro. Cazzo, posso potenziare? Fortissimo. Questo lo uso un botto. Il lanciacorde c'è? Sì. Possiamo potenziarlo a palla e noi lo potenziamo. Ah, non ci ho ancora giocato a Batosta. Mi sono completamente concentrato sul resto. Per adesso roba di storia non l'ho... Cioè, scusami, i giochi quelli lì non li ho fatti. Abbiamo un sacco di missioni da prendere. Prendiamo tutte le missioni.
What's going on here?
You're the one who spoke before the chorus. Maybe you can help.
This is not your concern, Outlander. Have we not tolerated enough of your intrusions?
I think you can handle one more. What is it?
My wife, Kalai. She was to join the chorus. She went up to the promontory to perform the rite of discovery, but she must have fallen. And now they are abandoning the search.
We have done enough, Bree. The search party found nothing but her instrument broken beside the riverbed.
And atop the promontory was only the dye she used for the ritual. We will not ask more of our people to risk their lives because of one woman's stubbornness.
But the seed she carried deserved to be planted and remembered. I heard how you helped the land god Ray. How you saw what no one else could. Please, will you look for her seed pouch?
False hope is a creeping vine.
How was Kalai chosen to join the chorus?
The chorus chooses its own, but they can't do so in isolation. They must listen to the people. Kalai was a growing voice for new ideas instead of old traditions, and her beliefs were catching on.
We cannot deafen ourselves to dissonance, unpleasant though it might be.
So you had to admit Kalai, or risk legitimizing her ideas even more.
The Outlander catches on quick.
The rite of discovery. What is it exactly?
It's a pilgrimage to the promontory. The place where the first Utaro beheld Plainsong. Kalai was to follow the path our ancestors took. Mark her eyes with dye and then play her song while overlooking the land. She then would have added her mark on the promontory itself, joining the marks of those who came before. Every new chorus member used to make the journey. But because of the derangement, the practice has been abandoned. Too dangerous. No one's done it for years.
Then why did she do it?
We all urged her not to, but as was her way, she ignored our warnings.
She thought it would lend strength to her point of view. She needed to prove that she respected the old ways, even as she advocated against them. Then maybe more people would listen.
What were Kalai's political beliefs?
Radical. You would have gotten along.
Plainsong is dying. But Kalai believed we don't have to die with it. As the wind carries the seed to distant
Ci
lands.
sono un po' di bug
She proposed that the Utaro leave
sta missione.
Plainsong
Tutti si scattano come pazzi.
Bound to this land. A tree cannot pick up its roots, even as fire approaches.
But you're not trees.
It doesn't matter now.
Kalai was carrying a pouch of seeds?
Every Utaro keeps one. We choose the seeds at a young age, taken from the plants of our forebears or those of other significance. And when one passes, their seeds are returned to the land that nourished them, so that life may spring again. Which is why I want Kalai's pouch. Her seeds deserve to be planted in Plainsong.
The river will carry the seeds to new soil, where they will take root and flower.
But they won't be at home.
It's the best we can hope for.
If I'm out that way, I can take a look around.
Thank you. The promontory is northeast of here. Look for the broken bridge at the bottom of the cliffs, right at the promontory's base. That's where the search
Io per
party
adesso
was.
di grossi bug non ne ho trovati, cioè
That all right with you?
c'ho avuto giusto un problema durante una missione,
Searching
ma
for what the land has already
è proprio un
reclaimed is
problema di
fruitless.
come è pensato un determinato aspetto del gioco. E vabbè, insomma, niente di catastrofico. Poi cazzatine in giro, insomma. Comunque ragazzi, adesso io direi che velocizziamo un attimo. Leggo i sottotitoli, i dialoghi fanculo, perché veramente, cioè, se no ci stiamo una vita.
What's going on here?
We're speaking about something important, Outlander.
Yul, please. A reminder of why I often prefer plants to people. I apologize for Yul. My people used to be friendlier, but... Seems like there's a lot around here in short supply. As Yul said, we need food. So much so that we've sent hunting parties to the old... We never used to hunt animals for food, but as our crops fail, we've... But something else went wrong. A machine slaughtered the last hunting... A claustrum. But to hear the lone survivor tell it, until it's gone I can't risk more hunter, but without
Praticamente devo andare lì e ammazzare la macchina.
I saw you up there when I spoke... Yes. I'm sorry I couldn't do... Many Utaru like to think we're above politics, but that is far... I don't often agree with Fane, but... So you didn't want to cross him? Not in such a public way. I hope you don't hold it against me. What's done is done. Without more food, how much longer can the tribe hold out? The land gods blight the fields more every day. The maddening part is that many are resigned to this fate. Like Fane, who would have... You heard him. Death is merely part, but you'd rather do something. Yes, like send hunters to the old growth for food. Fane fought. He will undoubtedly cast what happened to party as another reason to side with him. If we let him. Tell me everything you know about the machine that attacked. It fell upon them near the edge of the old growth. One of them, Ven, survived and made it back to Plainsong. If you wish to question him, he's recovering. The other 4 hunters, it must be a powerful beast. I've handled tough ones before. Good. The old growth... One more thing. Every Utaru wears a small patch of seeds, given at birth. It is how we remember our loved one. It would mean a great deal to the hunters' families if you could recover them. I'll do what I can. I know you will. Be careful in the forest. Before I head for the old growth, I might want to talk to the survivor. See what he can tell me about the Clawstrider.
I have all... and garments for sale.
Is something wrong? Sounds like someone's in trouble.
It's Jax. You heard some rumor about Tanakh loitering around where they're not supposed to be. Took off south for Stone's Echo the next day to find him. Damn fool.
Who is this Jax, exactly?
My friend. Ain't it obvious? Bit younger than me, can still move without every bone creaking. Knows his way around a bow, too. Good company to share a drink with. When there's sweet sap to drink anyway. But I told him, stick your hand in bramble and you're bound to catch a fist of thorns.
Maybe I should find this guy. Stone's Echo, he said?
That's right. If you don't mind me, these roots aren't gonna dig themselves.
Cristo, quante cazzo di secondarie ci sono?
There's something you should know, Outlander.
Keep your guard up if you're heading southwest of Plainsong. We've had reports of Tanakh rebels in the area. Our scouts are still recovering from their wounds.
I'll keep that in mind.
Ci sarà un
Sounds like the
campo.
Italiano could use some backup against Tanakh rebels. Promise my stash later.
No, credo che sia di sopra. Che cazzo è lo sconosciuto, scusa? Ah, forse era un erborista, qualcosa, che è? O forse è il piano di sopra. Ah, infatti. L'erborista. Ci mancavi solo te.
What can I do? Sunshine upon you, iteration. If you're hungry, stranger, I'd be willing to trade some rabbits.
E il cuoco. Ok, allora, missioni. Secondarie, commissioni. Andiamo a fare qualche secondario. La più vicina è il promontorio. Lassù. Allora vado a piedi così non faccio viaggi né niente perché devo raccogliere un po' di roba. Sera mette un'ansia, porca puttana. Ma c'è che lancia quel segnale lì? Oh, tipo un drone. Eh sì. Un tipo, è un drone. Anche se non so come...
Is it watching over this area? Might have some useful data. But how to get up there?
Faremo anche questo. Cazzo.
Maybe I can climb something and jump onto the drone.
Direi che ci andiamo laggiù. Pezzi di merda, lasciatemi stare. Sparite. Oh, Pezzo di merda. Ecco, bravo, fila via. Coglione.
You're mine! I'm gonna get the data from the drone.
Trova un posto dove? Non l'avevi mai presi? Mo' il problema è che non so dove devo andare. Vabbè, poi immagino che ci sarà anche il spazio appunto per trovarli. I posti lì. Nel mentre direi che ci spostiamo di qua. Merda. Che cazzo, proprio ora dovevate venire tutti. Ma li devo mettere da qualche parte qua o è una cosa di storia, li metterò più avanti? Oh, e che cazzo, io voglio essere lasciato in pace, andate via. Vai, dimmi. Se quei coglioni continuano a seguirmi, te lo giuro che mi giro. Ah, ok, perfetto. Grazie. Allora appena ci torno... Con chi se la stanno prendendo?
Got you now! She's here!
Che puttana, tanta roba c'è qui da prendere. Oh. Giusto un po' di legno. Noi prendiamo tutto. Ah qua, porca troia, ora accattiamo ogni cosa. Tutto sto legno qui dove lo ritrovo? È vero che ne ho tanto da parte, ma è anche vero che mi servirà prima o poi. Fantastico, bene. Tutto questo legno non me lo aspettavo, ma sono proprio felice di averlo recuperato. Guarda qui. Là. Oh, che coglioni. Gli scemi maledetti cornuti. Guarda quanto legno. Fossero bacche medicinali, visto che non ce n'ho così tante, sarei stato più felice. Però si butta via niente.
Data to override that machine might be in another cauldron.
Dovresti salire. Ma non va. Vabbè.
There's the broken bridge. Gonna have to take care of these machines before I can look around.
Questo è un bel problema. Io personalmente non credo di fargli sufficientemente male con il colpo critico a questi perché sono molto duri. Vediamo un po'. Oh cazzo, invece li uccido. Bene. Non mi aspettavo di shottarli, sinceramente. Quante cazzo ce ne sono? Abbiamo un fendinubi. Pensavo ce ne fossero molte di più, sinceramente. Ah no, cazzo, ce n'è un altro là. Che ce ne sono altri. Farò anche quelli, ma guarda, per adesso sto facendo tutto. Tutto quello che mi capita mi fa piacere, quindi... Cazzo. Oh merda. Ma che cazzo sono deboli questi? Ah, niente di quello che ho lanciato. Quindi facciamo che per adesso li meniamo soltanto. Merda, curati, curati. Cristo benedetto. Oh cazzo, questo è inaspettato. Quel merda. Uff. Trappole fulminanti verticali un cazzo, non ce l'ho. Colonna sonora comunque è veramente bella. Porca puttana! Non mi fai fare il colpo critico, che cazzo? Oh, nice. Oh. Fantastico, cazzo, il combat system è troppo soddisfacente. Vedo che avevo un po' di erbette da raccogliere, direi che le raccogliamo. Vista la mole di botte che prendiamo, credo che sia doveroso. Oh cazzo, un procione! Dov'è? Merda, mi serve. Mi serve la pelle per potenziare la sacca. Non ha dato la pelle, porco dinci. Fanculo. E voglia. Mi chiamo... aspetta. Che non mi ricordo. Non mi ricordo mai come si scrive. Perché ho cambiato il nome, però sai com'è. Aspetta un attimo, Credo che l'abbia tolto. Non credo si veda. Infatti. Mi chiamo Ludens-01. C'ho la foto profilo di Death Stranding, ovviamente. Medicine. Legno. Medicine.
Stash this away for later. A lot of footprints. Must be from the search party. He said this is where they found his wife's instrument. The search party concluded Kalai's body was probably carried away by the river. But from up there, that old tree would have caught her. I don't think she actually fell. I should check up at the promontory. Maybe the search party missed something. Looks like the search party took the trail under the stone arch. That must be the way up to the promontory.
Quindi dobbiamo salire. Cazzo, non dovevo salire di qui, scusami. Ispezione al promontorio. Niente. Salire per salire. Ah, ok, vuole che salgo così. Che cazzo. Là, prima di staccare l'accetto. Comunque che ore sono? 10:30. Io direi finita sta missione qui stacco, almeno riesco a fare tutto quel che devo fare.
Careful not to let this stain my hands.
Tali? Bello lì.
An old Utaru trailhead. Looks like this is where the rite of discovery started. Debris on the trail. It looks like pieces of a bridge. Looks like this fell down here a long time ago. Maybe from a storm.
Che è sta roba? Se c'è un pezzo di ponte, dove sarà stato?
One of the trails broken away. Kalai must have climbed her way up too.
Ops.
If Kalai made it to the top, she must have been a good climber. It doesn't add up that she fell.
Che cazzo vuol dire? Tutti sbagliano.
This must be the promontory. Looks like Kalai was doing something at that stone table. I should take a look. My pack's full. I can get it from my stash later.
Queste medicine non mi pare il vero.
Plainsong. Just like the first Utaru saw it.
Sei un po' salito in cima.
Flowers ground into a dye. Kalai must have done this as part of her ritual. I should look around. My focus will help me figure out what happened to her.
Cassa di scorte grande.
I'm close to figuring out what happened to Kalai.
Oh.
And I have a feeling the answers are on the promontory. I still need to look around up here. Figure out what happened to Kalai.
Si è buttata di sotto.
Looks like the edge broke off recently. I still don't think she could have fallen into the river from here. I should keep looking around. The search party was up here, all right. There's too many tracks to pick out Kalai's. These flowers have a trace of something on their petals. The dye Kalai was wearing. Looks like it left a trail. Too faint for the search party to have noticed, but my focus can pick it up. There's the dye trail. Looks like it leads away from the cliff edge. Dye trail ends here, with a lot of broken branches. I should take a closer look. Branches were snapped off recently. From some kind of struggle. And over here, drag marks. Looks like they lead through this thicket. I can follow them with my focus. Two bodies? One must be Kalai, but who's the other woman? Those marks on her neck. She was strangled. At least I can return her seed pouch to Bree. So the killer must have tried to push Kalai off the cliff. That's why the search party found her instrument by the river. But Kalai fought back. So the killer strangled her. And then dragged her here.
Che cazzo è? Oh, porca puttana! Debole al... Io che te vedo, scemo. Madonna, quel figlio di puttana mi one shotta tra un po'. Porco dincio. Ah, un altro. Porco.
It's fallen.
Oh! Cazzo, ci muoio contro il qui. Merda.
Okay. I better grab the killer seed pouch.
Porca troia. Non me l'aspettavo sto figlio di puttana. Mamma mia, oh.
I'll take it.
Vabbè, aspetta, lo lasciamo lì. Porca puttana, oh.
Maybe Fane and Carol back in Plainsong will know who the seed pouch belongs to.
Ok, ora torniamo da Bri. Torniamo da Bri. E di tutte le volte che sti bastardi lasciano le armi e io non le raccolgo mai. Chissà che male che fa. Una scheggia di verde lume.
This might have been the way the first Utaru climbed down the mountain. Looks like most of the path has crumbled away.
Dobbiamo andare laggiù, quindi noi facciamo una zeldata. Non mi dire che è un campo questo, eh. No. Ci avviciniamo il più possibile planando. Che bello. Mi spiace di giocarlo a 60 e non a 30, ma d'altronde a 30 per me è il limite dell'inguardabile. Cioè, è bellissimo, ma dell'ingiocabile, scusatemi, non guardabile, perché è veramente, veramente scattoso. Mi sembrano 30 fps davvero super tirati, cioè forse problemi di renderizzazione di tutti i dettagli, via discorrendo, ma davvero per me non so, si percepisce troppo lo stacco che c'è. Accedi alla tua scorta, risorse. C'è un falò? Sì, c'è. E noi lo usiamo per andare qua subito. Così finiamo la quest e stacco. 10:46, quindi sono proprio anche in orario. Pensate. Oh, ma è sempre buio accanto puro. Madonna.
We all lament Kalei's death, but perhaps it's time to move on.
No, not an... That's Kalai's. You found it.
Bree. Kalai didn't fall.
Non credo, Andrea, ci fossero bonus pre-order. Forse con la Deluxe Edition, ma
I went up to the
non lo so.
promontory. I found Kalai and the body of the woman who killed her.
That's impossible. The search party already checked up there. There was nothing.
The bodies were in a separate clearing, away from where the search party checked. A stalker had mauled her while she was trying to hide Kalai's body.
Who was she?
I was hoping you would know. I brought back her seed pouch.
It belongs to Lina, Kel's apprentice. I don't understand. Why would she do this?
Maybe we should ask Kel.
But she... You, there. Where is Kel?
I saw her leave out the east gate about an hour ago.
She's going home. Summerwind.
She's running away? She needs to stand trial.
I can catch her. Where is this place?
Look for a ruined settlement on the southern border. It's her childhood home. We will get the guards and try to catch up with you.
Questa gli è morta la moglie, fa. Dai. Porca puttana. Ok, raga, io direi che la finiamo in un altro momento sta roba, perché c'ho da fare, non ce la faccio adesso a finirla. Quindi riprendo domani mattina, sempre alle 9, riparto alle 9 come al solito. E aspettate che vado al falò almeno. Oh merda. C'è il bonus. Che bonus preordine c'era? Io l'ho prenotato. Ok, e salviamo. No, ho sbagliato. Ok, dai, allora noi ci rivediamo domani mattina. Grazie mille per avermi seguito. E nel caso in cui non aveste visto, abbiamo realizzato un video per tutta la questione legata all'Ucraina su come poter donare e come ha risposto il mondo videoludico a questa crisi. Vi invito a guardarlo. Noi ci vediamo domani mattina. Ciao a tutti, un saluto da me, da Ludens.